Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another Tim O'Brien Homes Facebook Live. As you may already know, my name is Erin, and I am the Internet Sales Representative here. And today I am joined by Ariel DeRosier, who is our Operations Coordinator. So today we are going to talk a little bit about our warranty program. So Ariel, can you kind of tell us about when a customer goes from working with a sales professional and a construction manager to one of our customer care team specialists and how that transition works?
Yeah, absolutely. So the transition happens when you close on the home. We actually start at the pre-move-in orientation with that handoff. At that pre-move-in orientation, you're going to get the whole lowdown throughout your whole house, everything, how to operate, mechanicals in the basement, appliances, what have you. But that's the time when we like to introduce the customer care specialist. If they're not able to make it in person, we get the homeowners the business card. If they are able to stop out, they'll come in and say hi, introduce themselves, just so you have a face to put with the name of your customer care specialist.
Awesome. So it sounds like the pre-move-in orientation is kind of that beginning transitional period where you go from one step to the next. Cool.
Absolutely.
So can you briefly tell us about some of the warranties that Tim O'Brien Homes offers?
Yes, there's several. In your first year, you have a bumper-to-bumper comprehensive warranty with the customer care specialists themselves. This will cover anything that you're seeing in the house, the day-to-day operations, season to season, that type of thing. Year two is your mechanical, so everything in your walls. That's your heating and cooling, your electric, and your plumbing. So that's covered up through the second year. Then we get into the structural warranty, and that includes the concrete pads that your house sits on, the foundation walls in your basement, as well as the trusses up in your attic. This is backed by our third-party service, which is the Professional Warranty Service Corporation. The homeowners can expect to get a packet in the mail within the first 6 weeks of move-in to the house, and it explains all the warranty in there, as well as there's a transfer piece. Should you find that you're moving it within those 10 years, you can transfer the remainder of that to the next homeowner. The 15-year dry basement guarantee is the last piece that we have in our warranty. And that guarantees that your basement is going to stay dry for those 15 years. We have a vapor barrier system that goes on those walls. So if you're seeing moisture in there, we want to make sure that's corrected.
Awesome. And I know we briefly touched on the pre-move-in orientation, but can you go over the different appointments and the timeline of those that the customer care team sets for our new homeowners?
Yes. So your first one is going to be your 30-day warranty visit. That's going to be 30 days after you've closed on the home. About 2 weeks after you've closed and you're kind of getting a feel for the house, you're getting your things moved in, situated how you like. That 2-week period is where we're going to reach out to you and get those items taken care of. They could be small little things. Could be, what's a good example that I've seen in the first year? Like door adjustments. If you're seeing something's just not rubbing or it's not shutting properly, we can take care of those things. Anything that may have gotten missed, we want to take care of as well. So 30 days after that first 30-day appointment is when we make the work day for that appointment. We want to make sure that everything gets done and get the trades in that we need to get in to get that work done. So that's why we have that 30-day time frame, just to make sure we can schedule them properly. After that, we have the 10-month warranty visit, which is called your year-end visit. At this appointment, a big one that we talk about is the drywall. So if you're seeing drywall cracking, you're seeing any screw pops, we take care of that as well. And then 30 days after that, which would be your 11th birthday, is the big work day where we get everything wrapped up for you. So those are the two official visits that we make to your home.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you. And then I guess in your opinion, what are a few things that are really important for a homeowner to know while they're spending their first year in their new home? Or what advice would you maybe give a new homeowner?
All right. In your first year, the biggest thing is you want to make sure you're always checking that furnace filter about every 3 to 4 months. It might be that you have to change that filter earlier than that, depending on what's happening around you outside. Like say you're in a new development a new community and you're one of the first ones there, I mean, there's going to be a lot of construction for a while.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you're continually checking that. After the first year, you should only have to check it every 6 months to make sure that you're changing it out proper or on a regular basis. What you're really looking for there is you want the filter to be white. If it's anything like gray or if it's turning black even, it's well overdue and it needs to be changed out. Another piece is that air return that we have in your home. There's a couple different components in there, and the construction manager will go over how to take those out and clean those out. But at the end of the first year, you're probably going to see a lot of bug buildup in one side because that's the fresh air coming in. All that's needed with that is to rinse it, let it air dry, and then put it all back together. And again, construction manager will go through that. Another maintenance piece is you might see some cracking, some what you might think is separation on your trim throughout the house. A lot of this can be remedied with just some inexpensive paintable caulk that can take care of it, especially the fast dry. So if you have to touch up paint, if it's not like a pure white, if it's like an off-white like our Divinity or what have you, it's a really easy go around and touch up for that as well. Trying to think if there's any other good yearly maintenance pieces. A big one is questions. We welcome any and all questions. There's never a bad or wrong question to ask when it comes to your home. It could be, this is your 5th house, but you've never built before. This could be your first house you've always rented before. I mean, you're always going to have questions about a new house because it does act a little differently than a house or an apartment that's been there for a while. So we want to make sure that you're set up for success. You have the right tools to make sure that you're maintaining your house as well as you can.
Awesome. And obviously now that we're a week into May, what are some spring maintenance tasks that new homeowners should be doing every year as the weather kind of starts to warm up?
Yeah, so before winter hits, make sure that you're detaching all of your hoses. You don't have to shut off any of your hose bibs. We put in the hose bibs that will not freeze. However, if you leave your hoses on, there's potential that any of the water that's stuck in those hoses could drip back in, freeze, and maybe mess with the bib that we've already installed in your home. So that's just a good practice, just to detach those hoses. That way you don't have to worry about any potential leaks getting in your home over the winter time. So in the springtime, you can go ahead and reattach those, get yourselves all set up, whatever you do for gardening or watering your grass, what have you. Another good piece is if you do decide to go ahead and get lawn care and landscaping through us, we do recommend that you're making sure that you're just getting that new yard germination, because it is going to take a little while to get your grass grown in there, as well as look at your plants, make sure that there's still growth coming in there. If you're not seeing budding by, I think, mid to late May, it's a good time to reach out and have us just come out, get an inspection with the landscapers, make sure that everything's there, it doesn't need to be replaced.
Cool. And then I know we talked about, or you mainly talked about, questions are always good to ask. There's no wrong question. How can a homeowner get in touch with their customer care specialist and submit a customer care request should they have a question or concern?
Yeah. So I know in the Madison division, we welcome phone call, text message, email, but we also have that other item set up. We have a warranty email. So if you forget, you have to look at your little emergency card that you're getting at your move-in. That's a good place to go. Always available. Obviously, if it's after business hours, you might not get a response right away, but we always make sure that you've got some line of contact with us. So like I said, you can text us, you can call us. It depends on the person, whether they allow text messages or not. But I always think it's a great way because you're part of the family. I mean, you should be able to reach out and just say, hey, I have a quick question on this. Or if it really is something else that needs to be kind of looked into in depth, phone call is always better. Email is always great because then you've got that trail of saying, oh yeah, we did talk about this. We'll go ahead and get an appointment set up. We'll get items taken care of in our warranty system. Yeah, it's really straightforward, and we just want to keep that open line of communication with the homeowner.
Yeah, and you can submit a customer care request through our website too, correct?
Yes, you can. I do believe so. I've never actually used it, so I'm not sure how it works, but I have seen a couple come through saying, hey, we've got these going on, and you're like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So that's a great place to go if you forget any of the other lines of communication, or if it's just like, hey, I got the website up, let's do this. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ariel. And if anybody does have any other questions, feel free to reach out through our website, or you can call 262-751-6274. Otherwise, be sure to join in next time. Thanks again.